Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. You think the holiday season's behind us? Not so fast. If you've been wondering how long you have to return those holiday presents that weren't so good, here to help us navigate new return policies is shop cop and consumer expert Jennifer Litwin, back with us in Twin Cities Live. Glad to have you back.
Thanks, John.
Happy holidays. I hope you liked all the gifts that you got.
I did, but you know, I'm a procrastinator. I don't like to return the gifts on time.
I've kind of been the same way. It's not for gifts that I got, but other gifts that I want to return for other people. I got the wrong sizes. I've been meaning to return, and that'll probably happen in 2014. But are there any overriding themes you're looking at this year in terms of returning gifts?
Well, this is the first time in 10 years that I've seen retailers really step up to the plate. They're going out of their way to offer much better return policies because they don't just want our once-in-a-year shopping experience at their store. They want us to be repeat customers, loyal customers. But there are three really basic trends right now that I'm seeing that I haven't seen before.
Okay, and what are those trends?
Well, the first is that stores are being vague about what their return policy actually is. And this is good and bad. The good news is that they're making it easier for you to actually return those items. The bad news is they're not putting a lot of things in print. And so when you get to the store and you get to the checkout counter, you might be surprised to know that you can't return that item. And they're doing that purposely so that they can change as the economy changes.
I don't like that one. You got some others for us too?
Okay, so a lot of stores this year, the good news is that you don't have to have a receipt in many of these stores. They're saying you don't need a receipt, don't worry about it, and we can track it through our computer system anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. But the bad news is that some stores are saying, how many returns has that person made? We don't want that person to be our loyal shopper if they're going to be returning, say, like Target has a policy, if you return more than $70 worth of goods in a year, they're going to red flag you at the checkout counter. And Walmart's doing the same thing. If you have more than 3 returns in 45 days, they're doing exactly the same thing.
All right, very good. And we're talking about the big box retailers now. You've got a few different big box retailers you want to talk about in terms of their return policy. Let's start with Best Buy. What are you noticing about them?
Okay, so Best Buy is, I was shocked. This year, electronic stores have come the farthest of everybody. And that was good news because they have not been so good, as you know, about returning.
It's really difficult, yeah.
Electronics for a long time. But the good news is that they have all pretty much doubled their return policies. Best Buy is giving us now till the end of January. If your gift was purchased before Christmas time, and Sears, and you know, they're competing against Sears now and Target for returns, and Walmart, and those stores also have 60 days, 45 days to return electronics, so it's a lot better. Okay,
and Target, another local company. Target is one of those places you're talking about no receipts necessary.
Right. Well, in most cases,
okay.
Again, if it's more than $70 in a year, they will red flag you. But you're right, a lot of the items don't need to have receipts, so they've really done well, and they're giving us 90 days this year, which is pretty generous on top of that.
Very good. And then Kohl's is a place that I used to work back I hate to say many years ago now, but I'll tell you what, when I was working there, I remember you could take back just about anything, anytime there. Is it still the same?
Yes. Kohl's is great. There is no deadline. It's wonderful because, you know, we all want to be able to return things at a later time. And, you know, if you're procrastinating like I am, then a couple extra weeks will help you out.
Very good.
Bed Bath & Beyond, by the way, also has the same policy.
What about Macy's? Anything from Macy's?
Macy's is great. They have a 180-day return policy, and you don't need a receipt. What they've done this year, which I think is pretty nice, is they put these little barcode stickers on the item that was purchased for you. So the store clerk can just track it right on the computer system. You don't need a receipt. They've made it really easy.
All right, so overall, taking a look at the things that you need to take back, one of the things I know you recommend, talking to the manager about the take back anytime you can.
Yes, the managers do not want bad press right now. I mean, they're getting bad press anyway, and they don't want it. So you really want to talk to the managers. Managers have a big say this year in the returns, which is something we haven't seen in a long time. You also want to make sure you keep the tags on if it's clothing.
Like you're talking about right there.
Right. Receipts, especially on anything electronic that you bought, you know, Best Buy, they look you kind of like you're crazy if you don't have the receipt. But
and then do as we say, not as we do, because you're saying don't procrastinate.
Don't procrastinate. But that's true, and the reason is because the policies are changing daily. If you go to consumerworld.org, you can see up-to-the-minute return policies for all of these stores.
Very good, very good. Thanks so much, Jennifer. Good to see you again. And Jennifer's actually got a list of more retailers who've changed their return policy. We put that on our website. Just go to kstp.com, click on Twin Cities Live, and get all the details.